Okay, now I'm only drinking water because I haven't slept and I feel like alcohol is gonna just hurt me.
No.
Apparently.
Well, I'm having this
I could
cocktail
I could do
that
that too
Abigail
with
made
my
me.
beverage. See, yeah, yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
See, yeah.
Cheers, queers. Welcome to the chaos.
Kayla, Kayla asked me this morning, do you want a coffee? And I was like, I feel like that's just gonna give me a headache. I need to drink water because I
Yeah,
haven't
yeah.
slept.
So you have not drank that much water?
No, I've been drinking water. It's just I'm afraid of
That's all
anything else
you've
because
been
I
drinking.
barely slept. I also haven't had dinner. I had lunch. Haven't had dinner.
Working yourself to the little bone. We didn't even introduce ourselves.
Oh yeah.
I am
I'm
Mel.
Lori. I'm not in the greatest state right now, but I'm here. So
So
man, I hate
anyway,
capitalism. I hate having to do stuff to make money. I don't want to work anymore.
I mean, I keep saying that.
I don't want to work.
I don't want to work. I would choose to live in not a utopian society, but like just in a field somewhere where, you know, I didn't have to rely on actual currency to survive.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
just
Yeah. That's
but
how I
the
want
other
to
thing
live.
is because in this world of capitalism, I do like to have, I like to do things. I like to travel. Things that unfortunately cost money. Um,
But the thing is, I wish that those things didn't cost money, because doing those things feels like it's like a privilege because you have the money. And like, damn, I just wish anyone could fly, anyone could travel, anyone
this
could
is why I need my
just.
teleportation powers.
I think we just need to make this a thing. Just make this an actual power. How can we make this happen? Maybe not now. Maybe it'll just be like 20 years from now. Do you think teleportation will be a thing 20 years from now?
No. And I'm sure there are people trying to do that research, but I feel like other research is being done for other things. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
that maybe
Take priority.
like healthcare, yeah, healthcare, health things, and
You're like,
technology
Mel, people are still
advances.
trying to solve the cancer problem. They're not thinking about
What's that
teleportation.
Kim Kardashian? That Kourtney Kardashian? Oh, Kim, people are dying.
Do you know that me and Kim Kardashian share a birthday?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wait, it's October 21,
On the right track.
23,
Oh.
21? I was right
No,
the
you
first
were
time?
right. You were right the first
Okay,
time.
I wasn't sure if that was like a no. I thought I heard no, but
No,
it
no,
was an
no.
O.
Yeah, yeah, October 21st.
All right,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I always have to be like, oh, there goes Kim's birthday. Same as mine.
Is that how you
Have to
spend your
share the
birthday?
limelight
Just
with her.
share the limelight? I know you don't like to share the limelight. I understand.
No, I don't.
You are your main character.
Always and forever. Don't you forget it.
Also, that's an
Yeah.
update. We went to Chloe Bailey
Oh my God, yeah.
for
Almost
cheap.
forgot.
It was like a $27
Or cheap.
concert.
Or cheap.
And
Oh my
it's one of
God.
the cheaper concerts that I've been to in a
So
while.
yeah, super cheap. Like I don't remember paying that much. Well, I mean you got the tickets, so. I don't remember paying like I don't recall the last time I went to a concert where like it was just like the cheapest tickets ever. I feel like all tickets are just like $50
I
or $70 and
I
over now.
legit just was talking about my friend about that today. She posted a picture of an old ticket to a show that I know I was with her at from
Yeah.
college. It was a Skrillex show, actually. It was $15, and Yeah, we went to that shit. I remember that.
Holy shit. I mean, was it when Skrillex was,
No,
you
it was
know,
when he was just blowing
big?
up. He started being in festivals and
Just
stuff.
blowing up.
We were just talking about it because we were talking about other shows. Let me see what she sent me. Because we went to a lot of shows in college, and I can't imagine now being two broke college kids trying to go to all these shows that we were going to, because oh yeah, $50 was expensive to us back then.
I mean,
In
yeah.
college, for sure. Now I accept $50 as the base price because it's been like that for a while, and it's weird to think about that's not what the norm was before. But it's also because I have an adult job now, I'm not in college. But still, oh yeah, we went to a Crystal Castle show, and that was like $25. And wow, shows were cheaper. And these were bands at the time. These were bands at the time that were at least were known enough to get pretty either sold out shows or pretty filled ones. Mm-hmm. So nowadays I feel like it would be very expensive. I was telling her, even in this world of, because of Ticketmaster fees and other stuff, I also think the pandemic affected things a lot, because I used to buy box office tickets, concerts or Broadway shows, because you wouldn't have to pay a convenience fee.
Those fees, yeah.
And I would do that. Like, I would go to Radio City when tickets were released to get tickets for a show. I would take the time to go out to the venue and get a ticket there to avoid like $20 of convenience fees for no reason. Especially if I was buying for multiple people.
It's so insane. Like, it's like, it'll be like a service fee of, I don't even know, like $10.
Service
and then
fee,
some other
convenience
kind of
fee, a fee, I hate you fee.
Like, you know, hey, you might get a drink, so there's another fee for that. I don't know.
Also,
you
2 drinks minimum if you're 21 and over.
Like,
stuff like, it's
they
wild
kill
because
you. They kill you on everything.
And now,
so I don't blame you.
I also feel like pre-sales are harder now too, because even with popular artists before, I was always on the pre-sales. But even if I was maybe even 10 minutes late, I would still kind of have a chance. But man, now I have to do it on Access or Live Nation or Ticketmaster. There's no other options. I can't go to the venue to go buy a ticket anymore.
Yeah, no, there's no way. I also feel like because of the pandemic and because people are so deprived of seeing live music for so long, that I think it reinvigorated them to just like beast.
I guess.
I mean, the fact that there are headliners and like now that it's like impossible, almost impossible, nearly impossible to get tickets. Also, inflation. Everything is just so much more expensive now.
And now like, I'm kind of selective
for a 3-day festival. That you can't find that now. I was trying to do a music festival called. Oh, it was Pharrell's music festival.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
Something in the Water. So I was trying to do that, I think last year. I looked these tickets up and they were an arm and a leg, 2 legs.
My friend tried to convince me to go to Lollapalooza with her. I'm starting to not like festivals as much because it gives me so much anxiety when I know there's several artists that I'm going to want to see and they're going to play at the same time at different stages. And then, was it worth it, me paying this much to only maybe see a couple of them? And so, that's when I have to think about it now. I'm like, is it worth it if I'm going to see a certain amount of art? Like, I went to one day of Governor's Ball last year just to see a couple of people. So the 1-day ticket was fine for, you know, the few people I wanted to see. I did skip on one person because they were at a different stage. It was just too far for where I was. So
I've only been to one music festival. That's the one that I went to Nashville for. And it's not known at all. It was just kind of like, I mean, I don't know, like VIP tickets were $100.
Nice.
VIP tickets. It was more like a LGBTQ kind of festival, but that was cool. I got to see Todrick Hall, Tang and the Bangers. Like, that was really cool. But it was only for just 1 day. I mean, yeah, it was only for 1 day. And I kind of rather do that because every time I look at these festival lineups, everyone I want to see is either the only headliner and like the rest of them like I don't really care to see, or the people I want to see are just scattered throughout multiple days. And I just can't. I just can't even think about that. Like I have the same anxiety and I'm like, no, like there's just like no way that I could do this. So if I do go to a festival again, I don't know if I see that in my future because I'm getting old. But if I do go to another festival, I'm only going for one day because that's all I have in me.
I don't even know if it's about me getting old anymore, because when I think about when I went to festivals before, it was because I had that stupid feeling of FOMO, which I don't have anymore. I truly just don't care anymore. I could give a fuck about FOMO. But when I was 22, I was like, oh, but my friends are going and stuff, so I would just go.
Don't care about,
you know,
I don't care about FOMO.
I could give two fucks anymore, to be honest.
Yeah. I think you know what my favorite part of watching someone is that like live music is to watch them when they're still an indie artist. Do you ever go to a concert of someone that's not so big and you're just kind of like, I am so glad I'm here to see you now when you're like over here? Because when you blow up, I'm never gonna get to see you. That's how I felt about Bad Bunny. I saw him at like some fucking college arena. I don't even know. In Boston. Just mad randomly a few years ago. And now, I'm okay. I don't have to see him again. Because I already saw him for the low a few years ago. And he was fantastic. And I'm okay with that now.
I like artists enough to like want to see them again because I really enjoyed their... Like, I've seen Lizzo 3 times.
Yeah. I know you told me.
I also wanted to go to SZA because I wanted to take Charlie because she's never seen her live. And I've seen her twice at this point.
Yeah.
And the first time, I'm pretty sure the ticket was like $28.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like, it's like you said. In like Sacramento.
It's like you said, though. Tickets used to be cheaper. Paramore is the only artist, musician, band that I've seen multiple times and have not paid an arm and a leg. And that was in my early 20s when I barely had any money.
I know. I went to so many shows when I was in my early 20s somehow. I don't know how. You know? And
it was just cheaper.
Sometimes it's selfish that I want them to be small because I just want to be able to go. But
I have those thoughts all the time.
We were just like, no, but truly it's just because it's just mad expensive now and I can't get the goddamn tickets.
You know? And like you want to support the artists. You want to so badly, right? But it's kind of like, God damn. Like these tickets are pricey. Like Annabelle and I are going to go see Taylor Swift next month. And I have never paid more for a ticket in my entire life.
My most expensive ticket was actually that Kehlani show I went to for our anniversary last year. It's because I bought VIP tickets for 2 people.
It was a celebratory kind of situation though. So like, I mean, also their experiences. Priceless.
I mean, I probably would never spend that much money on a show again. But you know, I was like, fuck it. Fuck it.
It's fucking Kehlani.
And how much was the Taylor ticket? If you don't care saying.
Pricey.
I hope you have a good
It felt
fucking
like
time.
it though.
I hope she does some old shit too. Some old Taylor.
Yeah, this girl that I'm talking to, she's at the Taylor Swift concert tonight. She was like, this is wild.
Well, and you know I'm going to New Orleans to see Paramore for
an
early birthday gift for Charlie. And like,
dude, that's gonna be insane.
I haven't seen them since 2015, and Charlie's never seen them. And she loves them. She loves Hayley Williams.
He is going to collapse. Yeah, I think it's gonna be one of the best shows he's ever been to.
Chloe Bailey was fun though. I feel like she was fun though. Chloe Bailey. Yeah. I mean, like, we're short and we can't see the whole time.
Yeah, we couldn't really see that much, but it was fun.
It's because Terminal 5 stage is so low. I feel like other places I've been to, even when I'm far in the back, I can still see the artist relatively well.
Yeah.
Maybe not their whole, but like I could see some of them. But like Terminal 5, I don't know why I keep going. I think I keep going there because it's literally down the street from me.
It's so close to you. Yeah. The only time I've ever been there was for the weekend.
Chloe Bailey's really fun live. I thought she had a lot of energy, and this bitch will
Hell
dance her
yeah.
ass off and sing.
Dude, and the way that her breath
Dancer.
control was just
She forgot to struggle, I feel like. Because she was fucking shaking her ass and like walking around the stage, dancing, and and just still singing. And I don't remember any point where I felt like she was losing any breath.
And she was in perfect pitch, tone, whatever it is you want to call it, the whole entire time.
I mean, it would have been cool to be up close because her sparkly outfit was so.
It was so gorgeous.
Cool. I loved it. It looked great. My video does no justice to the outfit. But let's take a quick break.
Yeah.
An absolute fucking monster. I'm just like Kirby, just all the food.
I've been trying to eat slower because I told you, right?
I eat so fast.
I eat really fast, and sometimes it gives me heartburn.
Oh no.
Yeah. So I've been training myself to eat slower. You cook all this food. You go to the supermarket, cook all this food. It takes you, what, like an hour and a half to cook. You sit down, and then you eat it in 2 minutes? I don't like that.
No, as long as it was good, I'm just like, yeah.
But then, like, I took no time to really enjoy my food. I scarfed it down, and it's done now. Like, you have nothing left. Sometimes, usually, if I'm cooking only for myself, I'll make enough for leftovers. Sometimes, I'll eat, like, around 7. 9 comes around. I'm hungry again.
Yeah, I'm really
What do? I go eat my leftovers.
Yep. Every time it's like, I'll save that for tomorrow. And it's tomorrow.
No,
1 hour later, it's tomorrow.
All of it. 2 portions will be gone that same night.
But I actually have a funny reason why I learned to eat fast. My dad was in the military for 21 years, and he always ate super fast. My young child mind thought it was just a thing he did. And so I like would compete with him, like, oh, I'm going to eat fast too. And that's how I learned that I eat fast, and that's the reason why, is because I thought my dad was like joking around, but it's really just his military habits.
Wow.
I didn't realize that so much later in life. So
my dad would, so me, my dad and my brother would wake up super early in the morning when I was around 13, 14 years old, and we would even younger than that, we would take the bus and we would go to either his job, which is the place that my grandma used to live. And so my dad would walk very, very fast. He would just kind of like just stride. And he would be like, let's go, walk fast. And he would tell me about the story about some German men that he used to work with. And they used to like plow snow together, and they used to walk really, really fast. And so the German man used to just like, he basically taught my dad to walk really, really fast. Like it was kind of like a survival thing. Like, if you're not walking fast, you're not surviving. And my dad always told me to do that. And so now it's not even because I'm a New Yorker that I walk fast. It's because my father has taught me how to walk.
I don't even know why I walk fast. Maybe it's just me being queer. You know that queer stereotype joke that the gays walk really fast?
Yeah.
Gay walking is very fast.
I never really understood that, though.
But it's true, though. Every single one of my queer friends walks fucking fast. Maybe not every single one, but the majority of them. Me and Kayla, all very much so. All the time. It's just very funny. I don't know why we do that, but I guess we do. I do walk slow sometimes, though, when I'm kind of just relaxing and I want to walk just to take a walk. I'm not going it. Like, I don't have a place that I'm actually going. I'm just kind of chilling. Then I walk slow, and I'll always kind of walk nearest the building so people can pass me. As if I'm in a slow lane.
Oh my
As
God,
if,
me too.
as if
I
I'm
do
in a
that too.
slow lane.
Yeah, I do that too. I walk fast when I'm in like a place like Times Square or a really busy area so that
Or I'm
I'm not like,
hungry, or I want to go home, or
I'm walking real fast. I have a destination to go to. But when I'm not and I'm just kind of like cruising, I also have to force myself to cruise. Because then I have to remind myself, I have to be like, Melissa, you're not even going anywhere fast. Why are you walking so fast for no reason?
I don't have to
So I have to
force
tell
myself. I think I
myself.
naturally, if I know I'm doing something, I'll go fast. Because I'm also from California. I feel like there's a lot of areas where you just kind of walk. You go hiking a lot. You go to a beach. You
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
just slow walk, really. And
Well, that's
hiking, you
nice.
might trip over some shit.
I like the slow life. I don't even know what that life sounds like. I had a taste
Well,
of
I
it in
told
my
you,
week of
my
LA.
friend Caroline. Sorry, Caroline, you're now on this podcast. Eh. But when she moved to California, and she had that very much New York work mindset, because she was also like a digital producer, and producers, gotta do a bunch of shit. And her mindset was just always on the go, constantly. And when I would go visit her in California, I'm like, dude, just relax. And she legit told me that she didn't know how to relax. And at first I thought it was a joke, but I realized that she doesn't. She didn't really know how to just go out and do things without, I guess, a
A
goal
purpose
or
or
a
a goal,
purpose in
yeah.
mind. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. She's like, and she told me that it was something that she struggled with, so it was like a real thing that she had to like work on. So I feel like she's gotten better at it now. This was years ago, but but that was crazy to me because I was like, oh, you don't just, I don't know,
Enjoy
go
your
for a
life.
walk, enjoy your life. No, she grew up in Hell's Kitchen in Manhattan.
Yeah, where you don't even have time to enjoy your life. You're born hustling, okay?
She
That's
was
all you
in
know. That's your life
she
here.
was in the she lived in 1990s Hell's Kitchen. you know
Oh, that sounds rough. That sounds like 1990 South Bronx to me
oh,
as
I'm
well.
sure.
All my parents knew was hustling. And I guess now she loves California and slow living.
I mean, she's at least, I think, 50-50 now. And can enjoy things, at least for the most part. I feel like that's me
Yeah.
too. I still, like, now working a lot, try to get the bag, but also
Trying to get the bag.
I gotta pay for stuff.
Secure the bag. Yeah, that's what we're all here.
And then, but I also still
I
like to
live to pay my
just go for a
bills.
walk.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess that's the work-life balance that I hope to have, to get my bag, as you say. And then
As the
to
as the
also
kids will
appreciate
say, get the bag.
the kids say, secure the bag and all. I have to secure my bag, but then also enjoy my life. I guess now I'm really trying to enjoy my life, especially after this pandemic shit.
The pandemic.
Panorama, yes.
The panorama.
I was gonna ask you something.
No,
Look at
never.
my notes.
Cannot ask me about it at all. Is
Oh,
this your thinking music? Your reading music?
this is my one moment, please. Music.
That's your wait time music?
Yes. Was
So
it not
fast.
obvious? Okay. I was thinking about this earlier, and I was wondering, what was the first podcast you ever listened to?
Oh. Tumblr was probably the reason why I listened to my first podcast, and I don't. Was Welcome to Night Vale a podcast?
Yes.
Oh shit, then I don't know if that's my first one though, but it's gotta be one of my earlier ones for sure.
Okay.
And that was
me
from
too.
the world of Tumblr,
Me too. Oh, you know what? Did Tumblr put me onto Welcome to Night Vale? I think they
No, it
probably
was
did.
definitely Tumblr. Because I followed a lot of artists on Tumblr and gay shit. And
let me tell you, Tumblr was all listen, that's all I
porn.
used. That's all I used to find gay shit and like all types of gay shit. Listen, Tumblr was my the site that I would go on to like on my incognito browser.
Yeah,
because you know that it was gonna be like not safe for work stuff.
Well, also, you know, people talk about doom scrolling on our phones all the time.
Indeed.
But doom scrolling has been around since we've had computers, anyways. Because I would scroll on Tumblr forever. You know.
Did you have a name for your Tumblr blog?
I did, but I don't remember what it was now. I've had so many different usernames for different things. You think I would use the same ones, but I don't. I don't remember what it was.
Mine was hello, this is she. I know, it's really corny. Oh my God. Welcome to Night Vale was also one of the first podcasts I would listen to. I didn't get it at all, but I was just there for the ride.
I was there for the ride also because I also didn't get it.
I was like, what the fuck?
But for some reason they kept
They got to be like, and now the weather.
It was like a sketch show.
Just
almost.
white noise. What?
It was like, it had a main story that they go through, but then it also had like random sketches that would come into it.
It was like the strangest SNL.
But somehow they still keep you like really engaged. Even if you don't know what's going on.
I don't know. How? I have no idea.
That's a good podcast there, keeping you engaged when you don't even know what's going on.
but then I just kind of like lost the momentum and I stopped watching. But I also followed their Twitter, and their Twitter is also funny as well. I know there's other podcasts I probably listen to, but I can't remember. But what I really was just I used to watch a lot more YouTube. I barely go on YouTube anymore, but I used to spend so much time there in the OG YouTube days because I followed all of like some of the like original creators there, but also there's different mediums. I didn't really use Twitter, but I used to follow people and just look at their posts. And one of the things that me and my friend followed in college was this whole ongoing story. Someone made up this whole story. It's you know what Slender Man is? Yes.
Well, there is a whole series about like Slender Man stories that basically it's about this guy who he's trying to make this movie called The Marble Hornets. It's called The Marble Hornets. And it was wild because it was almost interactive. And they would post on Twitter mostly to tell the story like of how when making this movie, all the Slender Man shit started happening and memories started getting lost. It's a whole story. I don't even think I ever finished it, but you had to keep updated on their Twitter, and they would post YouTube videos. Like they would link it in their Twitter, and you watch them certain things. A lot of it's like home videos. It was really involved to do something like that. You do your Twitter post, and you're making up this whole world, but it feels real because people have to basically look at your Twitter. And you're speaking as if it's a real thing.
That's terrifying.
It's also terrifying. Also absolutely terrifying.
It's so scary because it feels so real.
They would have videos too when they explore a house at night or something and Slender Man pops out, and also a specific effect always happens if Slender Man is nearby. It like makes it the video all staticky and weird, so you always know when he's coming. No. I like scary shit, but me and my friend thought that was interesting. I felt sure like that was so creative.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, for sure.
Welcome to Night Vale was very creative, even though I didn't totally understand it.
Yeah, Welcome to Night Vale was really cool in that it was so kooky and strange. No, but like the first podcast that I actually listened to was and all the way through, and it had me super engaged, was Serial. You know, Serial? I never listened
to, I feel like that was, I remember they were one of the most popular. I never actually listened to it, though, to be honest.
Serial?
Mm-hmm. Even though I listened to a bunch of other true crime ones. Like, I listened to Sword and Scale,
that's the one that's the one that actually got me onto the true crime podcast thing. Because I was never into scary things. I was never into the horror stuff. But I, for some reason, found it extremely fascinating to listen to it. Serial led me to Crime Junkies, led me to Sword and Scale, led me to what else came up? Like that Dr. Death one. Yeah, all of those. My Favorite Murder, all of those. I was just hooked on all of it.
I listened to true crime podcasts, but those definitely weren't the first podcasts I had listened to. I think later on, I just started listening to comedy podcasts to keep my mind occupied on commutes, or if, especially during the pandemic, I really started listening to a podcast because I was at home all the time. So if I didn't feel like, I usually have background shows, but sometimes I didn't want to turn on whatever. I didn't feel like having whatever show on, so I'll listen to a podcast. But mostly comedy podcasts because I like funny shit. Yeah, I did listen to a lot of true crime though, for sure. I think those were my first ones, and they're usually because comedians that I used to follow on YouTube started their podcast, and I probably followed them. Dope. And that's where it started from there, like Megan Batoon and Mamrie Hart and like Grace Helbig, those people.
Yeah, I had a moment where all I was listening to was, I mean, I think after my true crime era, I moved on to interview type of podcasts. So I was listening to Armchair Expert with Dax Shepard, This American Life, so much. My old boss, an old boss of mine, he was always into This American Life, and so he had downloaded a whole bunch of episodes, like episodes from like the early 2000s, and I was always listening to that too. This American Life, Snap Judgment, The Moth, all of those kind of storytelling podcasts. I was very much into those. And I think that, caused me a little tear to drop. Like, I was always into the emotional stuff.
I guess maybe not necessarily interview type, but also kind of storytelling, but real life stuff. I've been listening to it in neurofeedback lately because I can't listen to comedy podcasts there because he doesn't want me to listen to anything that makes me move too much. Oh. Like, especially my eyes, or if I laugh, like, it's going to affect my brain activity. But I used to listen to this podcast, 99% Invisible, a long time ago.
Oh,
and it's still going
I know
on.
that one, too.
Yeah, well, because I think in college, maybe, or after college, I started listening to it. Because it's about design, but in ways that people don't think of design because it's everywhere.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I liked also the TED Radio Hour. That was fun because they would always blow my mind with the new information that they found out about technology or whatever it was. What else? Yeah. Podcasts.
Yeah, mine are mostly just comedy ones at this point, but I'm starting to run out of some of this.
Yeah. I kind of wanted to get back into Call Her Daddy.
I never actually listened to it. I just watched only 1 or 2 episodes. It just came up in my feeds. And
there was a whole drama with that podcast. Do you know?
Oh, really? No.
Yeah, because there were 2 podcast hosts on that. So it was this blonde girl, the one who hosts it now,
the one who hosts it
and
now.
her best friend. I forget their names now, but it was some other brunette girl, and they were part of Barstool Productions.
Oh, God.
And yeah, and so I think they had like this whole entire drama thing where like the brunette girl that wasn't on the podcast was going out with some guy that told her like to leave the podcast and do her own thing. I don't know. I'm probably saying it wrong. I know this story, but I don't really care for the details. But there was a whole bunch of drama there, and ultimately that girl, the blonde girl, I think her name is Alex. She basically won because I think Spotify cut her crazy ass deal. And before it was kind of just like 2 girls just talking about their sex lives. It was just real like their dating lives, their sex lives. It was just like real raunchy and like just gossip. And I think now the blonde girl has kind of turned it into like an interview type of podcast. And now all these celebrities are there. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I didn't really listen to it before, so I didn't know that.
Yeah, which is the whole thing. But yeah,
we're not
Coffee
going to get into
Daddy.
a fight, are we?
Huh?
Then we have to rebrand this podcast if we get into a fight. We get into
I don't
some
think we
drama.
have to. I don't think we have to. I think that's not gonna happen anyways, okay? Don't even put that in the air. Jesus Christ, Lorrie.
It's just a theoretical question.
Is this gonna be our 13th episode? Oh my god, it's already unlucky. God damn it. Now you're just putting shit out there with the unlucky number 13. Fuck. What are you doing to us? I didn't take my allergy medicine today. I'm all stuffy. Damn.
I feel okay today. Though the other day when you were here, I was a little stuffy. But I haven't been outside the last 2 days, so maybe that's it.
You know, and it's nuts too because I haven't been outside since when? The day before yesterday? Oh yeah, and then I went on Friday night. But lately, I've just been sneezing down here. I don't know what it is, but every time I come down here, I get real stuffy and like and sneezy. And the windows are closed. I don't know if this is rug. What if it's a rug?
Probably just need an air purifier or something. I usually like to have.
Yeah.
I had one in California because every allergy season I run it, and it's great.
Yeah, I need one. I need a dehumidifier, air purifier, all of the I's. I'm so sick all the time. Oh my god! And then this morning, I woke up with the strangest pain on my lower back. The strangest pain. And I come down here and I'm like, damn, could it be a nerve? Did I pinch a nerve in my sleep? How do you do that?
We're just old. We're olds. I'm an old, you're an old, I'm an old.
But I refuse to think it's because I'm getting old now. I refuse to think it's because of that. I just can't. Like, there's like 50, 60-year-old, 70-year-old bodybuilders out here. Like, I just can't.
Yeah, but are we bodybuilding?
Huh?
I mean, you exercise more than I do, but still, are we like doing that much?
I did exercise this morning. I did, because that pain scared the shit out of me, and I was like, "You better get up and do something, you little bitch."
Yeah, you're telling me.
And I did some Pilates, but I couldn't even finish the Pilates. It was 45 minutes of a workout, and I was there like, "Sis, you're killing me. You're actually killing me." So I stopped like 20 minutes in. I couldn't take it anymore. Do what you can, all right?
Hey guys, there isn't quite an ending or a send-off for this episode, and I wanted to quickly share why. In the beginning of the episode, I described that I was tired and overworked a bit, so I wasn't in the best mental state. But I thought it was okay to do the rest of the episode. And at one point I had a bit of a breakdown while recording, so we had to stop. And so why put this at the end? Why did I choose to do this? I just felt like maybe it was something important to bring up just as a human. I always tell people to be kind to themselves and then take a break when they need to, but I am not the best at taking my own advice, and I guess this is me calling myself out a little. I have severe ADHD and probably a couple other things I should get tested for, and I myself am trying to take care of my mental well-being, but I still have my moments. I think I'm just taking this moment to remind people to take care of themselves, because I'm also trying to do that. So yeah, sorry to deviate from the laughs, but the podcast is about being in our 30s and talking about stuff we think about, so we do occasionally get deep on here. But despite that, we're always having a silly, goofy time, to be completely honest. So yeah, please follow us on our socials and subscribe to the podcast on Spotify and YouTube, and send us emails. We're still extremely small, so come join us for no shits and just giggles. and the occasional times where we do give shits, but still have giggles. So, see you guys later, and thank you for joining. Bye.